Now, why don't you tell us, because we started this, about your lived experience, and as we conclude, maybe you can tell us a little bit about how you're feeling, what excites you, what keeps you optimistic, and what are some of your strategies, Susan, in terms of staying well?
My toolbox?
Yeah.
My toolbox, yeah. Because I went into the hospital during the pandemic hit, normally I would have come out as an outpatient and had resources to be able to tap into from Queen's Carleton, but none of that happened. So I was kind of left to navigate through on my own. So I also believe YouTube. I went to YouTube University or YouTube School of YouTube.
Yeah.
So many things. Like I Google, what's a good meditation for this? I'm feeling this way. What's a good, practice? So I spend a lot of time with dogs, and I talk about this a lot because I feel dogs have been part of why I'm here today as well, because I have a dog and a furry son, my daughter calls him.
Yes.
And it's a responsibility that I have, right, to take care of this being. And I'm a dog walker. That's partly how I still continue to support myself. Yeah. So when I leave here, I'll be going home, putting on my dog walking clothes and some rain gear.
And rain gear and an
and
umbrella.
I pick up dogs and I take them for a hike every day, Monday to Friday. Yeah. And yes, it's a source of income, but it's also my favorite mental health practice. Yeah. Because what happens is I'm not on my phone. I don't have earbuds in. I am tuned into them. I have 6 or 7 dogs. And they're always in the moment. Yeah. So I get into their frequency, and they take me into nature. So we go to this beautiful park, and we hike. Yeah. And I hug a tree. So I listen to my footsteps. So I do walking meditation. I try to do these things that I've been learning to do. Yeah. I'll read positive things. I don't watch the news.
Neither do I. I'm afraid they're going to say something terrible about me. We have a different...
Well, but here's the thing, regardless of who you are and if you're in the public eye, I mean, I don't know how you do what you do, Lisa. I really don't. I think you're amazing. You are a role model for me, and you are an inspiration. You really are. The news, come on. Let's face it, is not positive. Except some of the programs have the last 5 minutes where they have a good news story from their community, but the majority of it is not great. And unfortunately, there's a lot of things going on in the world, a lot of division, a lot of negative things in the world. And if you take too much of that in, just think about a scale. Yeah, it affects your mental health. Yeah. And if something happens in your life that is stressful for you, I call it the stacking effect. Yeah. Right? Good. And if you're constantly feeding yourself what's the awful things that are happening in the world, that will take you down. Yeah. It will. Yeah. It's just common sense. And over time, and you don't even realize it. So what do you have to do something to combat that? Yeah. You have to do the opposite. So you've got to make sure that you're feeding yourself. It's like your physical health. You got to make sure you're feeding yourself good food. Yeah. Well, are you feeding yourself good content?
And energy.
Yeah, and energy. And who you're surrounding yourself with. I also cleaned shop. I put a lot of boundaries in place and took out the unhealthy relationships in my life. Yeah. That was another strategy that was really hard to do, but I had to take a careful look at that. When your life blows up, like mine did, literally, and you're financially decimated, and you're building from the ground up, and I'm almost 60 years old, I am going to choose what I want. Yeah. Like Frank Sinatra says, I'm going to do it my way.
Oh, good. And he's bipolar. Or he was.
There you go.